Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marco, and today I'm going to show you how to make a procedural rock in Blender, specifically Slate. This is just a subdivided cube with a shader that controls the displacement along its normals. So, let's jump right into Blender. Let's start by deleting everything. Open a shader editor area on the left and add a cube object to the scene. Add a new material. Switch to the Modifiers tab. Add a subdivision surface modifier and enable adaptive subdivision. Set the shade of the material to smooth. Set the look to high contrast and decrease the exposure of the scene. Add a sky texture. Switch to the Materials tab and change the displacement method to displacement only. Set the dicing rate of the viewport to 2. Now we are ready to start creating our shader. Now add an object coordinate node and connect an add vector node to it. Add a noise texture. Connect the map range node to increase the contrast. This will be used to control the color of the rock. Add another noise texture and control the contrast with a map range. Multiply it back to the previous texture. Let's add an add color node. Multiply the object coordinate by 2.1 on the x-axis and connect it to the add color input. Now add a noise texture and connect it to the add color node. We now created a distortion map. Add a Voronoi texture and connect the distortion. Set it to distance to edge. Use a map range to increase the contrast and create this striped pattern, which is common for this type of rock. In the end, multiply it back with the previously created map. This removed the stripes in some zones. Let's now add a Voronoi texture and set it to N sphere radius. Connect a map range to control the contrast. Set it as a factor of a mix node and connect the previously created map to the first input. Now for the displacement of the geometry. Add a noise texture by using the stretched object coordinates and increase the scale. Add another noise texture and increase the contrast with a map range. Subtract it from the previous noise. Duplicate the mix node. Use a map range to define the values of the previously created map. And connect it to the mix node. In the end, connect it to the base color input of the principled node. Here we go. We obtained a nice texture for the rock. For the roughness of the material, take the Voronoi texture, and with a map range define the values. Also take the height map and connect it to a map range. Mix them with a mix node and connect it to the roughness of principled. Enter Edit by pressing Tab in the keyboard, and scale the cube down in the Z-axis by pressing S+Z. Press Tab again to go back to object mode. Now multiply the object coordinate by 0.1 in the Y-axis. This will stretch our texture. Connect a noise texture and add a map range node to increase the contrast. Multiply the previously created map by a low number and add it back to the stretched noise. Multiply it all by a low number. Add a displacement node and connect the map we created to the height input. And here we go. Thank you for following this video. I hope you found it helpful. Bye, and see you in the next one. Have fun.